Hello everybody and welcome back to the Bone Zone, where you will be completely destroyed by that stupid old man boss because you forgot to bring iron skin potions and don't have the worm scarf on right now. Like, Jesus man, why did he have to do me like that? Anyway, hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. It's great to see ya. My name is Zelda and I'm an artist. Today we're giving the little pixel characters in Terraria, one of the best games ever made, some yummy flavor blasting because I want to know what they'd look like in a full non-sprite based game, or something similar to Fire Emblem, you know, with more detailed character portraits. Also, super quick, this video has minor spoilers for Terraria, and if that's the kind of sentence that makes you pause and go, wait, what? Then I would highly recommend you play this game for yourself and experience the world in its full glory. Trust me, you won't forget it. I decided to draw 4 different characters for this video, and I'm gonna be real with you. I cooked. Like, whoa, did I cook. These are some of my favorite glow-ups that I've ever done. So sit back, relax, grab a snack, and let's fucking draw. I figured the best place to start would be with the guide. He's the first NPC that you meet in the game, spawning in with you when a new world is started. He's crucial to your progression through the game, as he can help you with viewing crafting recipes for items, and also serving as an introduction to the housing mechanic. Terraria is full of NPCs who will arrive to your world, and all of them will need to be given a home of some sort. The qualities of these homes will vary by player, anything from a wooden box to a full mansion, but they need to meet certain requirements for an NPC to actually live there. Once they have a home, they'll stay in your world and can oftentimes provide services or have a shop. All NPCs have a randomly generated name from a list of options, but are broken up into what are essentially classes. All NPCs within the same class will look the same, and there can only be one of each kind on your world. The guide is who we start our journey with. He's a very approachable guy, but his dialogue portrait makes him feel a little plain, I suppose. Like, this is literally the guy of all time. Not to say that it's bad. It's honestly not, but I feel like he lacks a little bit of flavor, you know? So some of that je ne sais queer. So I started by making him taller and lankier and looked at what aspects of his canon design that I could emphasize while still keeping the character recognizable. I feel like out of all these designs, this is the second biggest departure from the base design, and I think that's mostly because he's such a guy. Default human male-ass character design. He has a slight wave to his hair, so I went ahead and turned those into more prominent tufts of hair, complete with an undercut since the back of his hair seems to be much shorter than the front and top. I kept a lot of the same colors with him, and with minor tweaks to the hue and saturation to fit the design a little more, and unfortunately that kept his hair brown and his shirt green. And any lanky guy with a green shirt and brown hair is just Shaggy Rogers to me. Not that that's a bad thing, so I decided to lean into it a bit with this pants shape. Speaking of his lower body, shoes. Holy shit, if anyone says hands are the hardest thing to draw, then they are a fraud who's never had to draw shoe treads in perspective. Why are they so shaped? I feel like I was going insane while drawing these. Send help. After taking an hour to cry and think about my life, I realized that I wanted to reflect the weapon he uses in-game as something in his design. So I gave him the basic wooden bow and a quiver full of arrows. Drawing this made me realize I don't really know how bows look. Like, you would think it's simple, just a big curve with a string connecting the ends, but you'd be surprised at how complex they can be. I also wanted to give him some straps and belts to connect his bow and quiver when he's not actively trying to shoot at slimes. I wanted to emphasize some new colors in his palettes, specifically the uses of black and deep purple. I added these colors to indicate and imply that something might just be a little wrong with our boy here. And if you know Terraria lore, then you already know exactly what is wrong with him. Our guide here is actually the keeper of this world, and once you progress enough through the game to enter the underworld, yes, there's literally hell in this game, you'll eventually pick up the requirements to summon the Wall of Flesh. The monster is literally what it says on the tin. A wall of flesh that moves across the screen, and you have to outrun it while attacking it to beat it. And it turns out that the Wall of Flesh is actually a monstrous form of our guide. He's the keeper of the World Seed, and you have to prove to him via combat that you can defend it and its people from the coming threats, be they eldritch or otherworldly in origin. That's why the guy knows so much. He's literally the defender of the entire world. So I added a deep scarring that fades into purple when you get closer to his torso, and bags under his eyes. He's tired from holding it all together. Hopefully a hero from another world will arrive and relieve him of his post. And with some final touches added, the gun has been flavor blasted. In my world, he was called Garrett. Well, he was. If, you know. With a quick arrow and a wealth of knowledge, he will be an invaluable adventuring partner. Out of all the NPCs, there's only one who's just like me for real, the zoologist. She's a werefox, and oh my god, I'm obsessed with her. She's adorable and says things like yas and says like all the time. Truly someone who I would die to defend from monsters. Her base design hits a weird spot for me. The colors are phenomenal, incredible even, but the outfit itself needs work. Like, girl, why do you have cowboy boots on? You are not a cowboy. I also felt like the hair could be even wilder, and the design as a whole doesn't really lean into the werewolf tropes like I would like it to. So I decided to make her resemble the best orange hair werewolf out there, Buffpup. I love her so much, and the design is absolutely peak. She's a huge inspiration for me, so I wanted to pay tribute to her in this design. The zoologist needs muscles and scars, and not just because of Buffpup. If she's going to be a lycanthrope, she needs to look the part. And what werewolf can't bench press a car? Like, I'm pretty sure that's part of the requirements when you sign up. The scars are from scraps with monsters as a werefox, except for the circular scar on her arm. That's from where the cursed fox bit her, turning her into a lycanthrope. I thought that'd be a fun little visual detail to add. It enhances the overall story. I want to tell about this character with just visuals. The colors are still peak, so I didn't have to do much there, but I got rid of those shitty cowboy boots so fast. After some final touches, like shredding her clothes in typical werewolf fashion, and adding some naturalistic accessories, I think our zoologist, Robin, is ready to howl at the moon. Awoo! The Dryad is such an interesting character to me. She's the last of her species and only arrives in your world once you defeat a boss for the first time. Typically that's going to be the Eye of Cthulhu. The world of Terraria has been corrupted with evil, and when there's a sign of someone who's strong enough to begin cleansing it, the Dryad makes her appearance. The world of Terraria is cursed by the blood of an elder god, and that manifests through the monsters that roam at night, and the two cursed biomes, the Corruption and the Crimson. Your own world will generate one or the other, and they offer different materials and monsters to fight. The Dryad will arrive in your world and sell you something called purification powder, which you can toss to cleanse the evil biomes. One small handful at a time, unfortunately. She'll also give you updates on the status of your world by letting you know how much of it has been twisted by evil. For such an awesome and unique character, the Dryad's design is, low-key ass. Her hair and face are awesome, but the whole woman who is naked outside of a few vines thing is just so uninspired for a character of her class. I know the game is just tiny sprites, but that's not an excuse for the design being so simple and boring. Plenty of designs in this game are packed with detail. And far be it from me to criticize someone for making a character based off horny vibes. I mean, look at me. But, man, come on. This is basic baby shit. If you're gonna have an ancient character who's hot as fuck, at least get a little freaky with it. So that's what I did. I decided to give the Dryad more satyr-like legs to start, as I wanted to pull away from the human-like appearance of it. Her eyes are also massive on her head, with no pupils, and she only has 4 fingers. Not to mention the massive wings on her back, but I mean, you know. I also wanted to keep the vines and leaves as her, quote, clothes, but adding some iridescent beetle-like plates on her body will allow those to tie in a little better with the color of the wings. She's very dragonfly beetle-coated. I felt like the leaves were just too boring on their own, but adding clothes would pull away from the original design too much and make her unrecognizable, so it was definitely a compromise. I wanted to draw her casting a spell of some kind, hence the pose, but I decided that would take up too much space. Regrettably, I wanted to keep all of these drawings as similar sizes. Such is the price I pay for a nice lineup of character arts. And so here's the Dryad. Ancient, powerful, beautiful. She's ready to cleanse away the corruption once and for all. With your help, of course. And for our last design, I wanted to get a little self-indulgent. The Witch Doctor is my favorite NPC, and we're married and live together in my massive mansion that I built with my bare hands for us to start a family in. He's a lizard. No, I mean, like, that's his species name. Deep in the underground jungle rests a ziggurat full of reptilian humanoids called lizards, who sealed themselves inside with no way for someone to enter. The Witch Doctor arrived in your world after you defeat a queen bee boss, being the first lizard you ever encounter. He feels very stereotypical, especially with his voodoo magics, which voodoo is a genuine religion in close practice, and the game uses it as a general term for dark magics, which is not great. Not to say that the character can't use voodoo, but it is something to be handled with genuine respect and care, yeah? Besides, the game missed a golden opportunity to introduce a new term for the magics that fill Terraria. Anyway, back to the drawing at hand. The Witch Doctor is a tall and beefy guy, so I really wanted to lean into that. Honestly, I feel like he didn't change too much outside of having RTX turned on. I added some straps for potions and a bag for his ingredients and plants that he harvests, and made his skirt multicolored as opposed to just red. It feels like a very faithful design to the original version. I also leaned more into the crocodile-like scale texture for him, giving him some natural armor plating. My iPad also shit the bed while recording this, so I ran out of actual drawing footage. Whoops. Here's the time-lapse though, and I can also tell I'm genuinely getting tired because each section I record here is shorter than the one before it. And here's the finished Witch Doctor. This handsome man is more than happy to set up an imbuing station for you, so you can make some powerful potions to help in your adventure. And if you're a summoner, the pygmy necklace he sells is something you'll carry into the endgame. But the reforges on it are so expensive, and this bald, greedy little idiot fuckhead took 2 platinum, and I still never got a warning modifier, you little sh. And that's all of my redesigns. I had so much fun making these, and I love how they all look lined up together. If you stuck around this far into the video, be sure to subscribe. I mean, you're obviously not turned away by my stunning personality yet, so you might as well stick around. I promise I don't bite much. And if you feel so inclined, liking and leaving a comment as food for the algorithm tells YouTube that this video is cool and will get it shown to more people. That'd be a big help to me too. I also broke 100 subscribers with my last video. I wanted to thank everyone who's helped me make it this far. Like, oh my god. I am so genuinely humbled by the love and support you all bring to me. I hope I can continue to make it worth your time. In the meantime, I'm gonna go get my cheeks clamped by Moonlord yet again. His eye beam keeps nearly one-shotting my 46 defense summoner ass, and it's not great. The grind to get into endgame is no joke. Gotta shift into gamer mode. See you in the next one. Bye-bye! Yippee!